What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, welcome back to the channel, guys. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about that Eagles game. Bro, what was that Black Friday game? That was the most mid game I've ever seen in my life. And honestly, that was probably the worst game of the Thanksgiving slate. NFL, y'all cooked. That was a good NFL slate of Thanksgiving football. I ain't gonna lie. The Cowboys game was crazy. That Lions-Packers game, you know what I'm saying? Major playoff implications. And of course, Joe Burrow coming back. We love to see that. But this Black Friday game, bro, what the hell did I just watch? I just watched Caleb Williams and Jalen Hurts have a mid-fest. And then they ran the ball for 200 yards. That's literally what happened. But I do have to talk about it because I am a reporter and I am the one, so I must talk about it. And I have to give you guys what I saw in my takes on the game because that's why I'm here. That's why you're on the video. So before we get into that, first things first, obviously we got to look at the box score. So the Chicago Bears walk into Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field, and take their chain 24-15. Damn! No one saw this coming except for me if you guys saw my last video because I knew this wouldn't come and they could not run the ball. Caleb Williams, 17 of 36, under 50%. Yuck. 154 yards. Yuck. One touchdown. Okay. Interception. Yuck. Oh my god. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you are a Caleb Williams fan, don't comment on that. Yo, Caleb Williams beat the Eagles. Nah, don't do that shit because that is not what happened because Kyle Monungai ran for 22 carries, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Great game by him. And guess what? His counterpart, DeAndre Swift. I gotta show you guys this shit too. Oh shit. His counterpart, DeAndre Swift, 18 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown. So clearly they got carried by the run game, as they should, because they are on first team. Shout out Ben Johnson. That is how you win playoff football games, all right? You run the football like that, you're going to win a lot of games, all right? Cole Kmet, they didn't do much in the receiving game at all. None of them. It was just 36 yards, touchdown. On the other hand, Jalen Hurts, 19 of 34, almost 50% completion percentage, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a bad interception. Saquon Barkley, again, put out an APB. Where is he at? Saquon Barkley, I've been saying this for a minute, bro. Y'all cannot run the ball. Y'all are going to lose games. That's just how it works. AJ Brown, best player on the field by far this game. 10 receptions, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bro, that boy is trying to win for real. He made some great catches, bailed Jalen Hurts out of bad throws. You know what I'm saying? Best player in the Eagles by far. Yeah, pretty much not a lot of scoring in the first half. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bunch of mid. Okay, so now we got to talk about Amir. What did you see in the game? Okay, I had 3 big takeaways that I wrote down. Where's my note? Well, all right. I had 3 big takeaways. Number 1, the Bears dominated the line of scrimmage, okay? They were getting like a good 3-4 yard push down the field before Monungai and Swift even got touched. Their run game is elite, and there's a reason why they're the best rushing team in the league. You're going to win a lot of football games like that. Just for the simple fact, no matter who you're playing, if you run the ball like that, they're going to be on the bench, on the sideline. As you saw, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown were on the bench the whole game. You know what I'm saying? They dominated the line of scrimmage. And the fact that they could dominate the line of scrimmage against the Eagles front four, who can they do it against, right? They have Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan on the front line. Who you know what I'm saying? Like, not a lot of teams have that good of a front line. So that was something that was eye-opening to me. I was like, okay, that their run game is legitimate. They can win a lot of football games like that. Second takeaway. Well, this is not a takeaway, but like this counterpart. Even when Jalen Hurts and them boys was on the field, it was like 3 and out, interception. A couple plays here. You know what I'm saying? So like their offense is hella suspect. And it's because they can't run the ball. They hand the ball to Saquon. He's going to collapse at the line of scrimmage, or it's like a 5-yard carry. Nothing more, nothing less. No Tank Bigsby in the game at all. I don't like that at all. Second takeaway. Nick Sirianni just got outcoached by Ben Johnson. All right? He just got outcoached by Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson. Guys, why are they still going 5, 6, 4 in the box? Why? Like, they're getting ran down their throat. Down their throat, man. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, they're getting literally, I think they average like 6 point something yards a carry. That's just... That is blowing my mind. Like, if a team is averaging 6 yards a carry, you got to do something to stop that. All right. The first half I was like, okay, it happened. They're gonna make adjustments second half, and they just keep running the second half. Bro, no, you got to bring the safety up. Like, I'm not even I'm not saying that I know more than them. Obviously, I'm sitting here talking with, but I'm just saying you got to do something. 6 yards a carry for the whole game. Actually, no, fuck that. I do know more because I would know that shit slide if that was my team. What the hell? 6 yards? Like, y'all understand? That means they literally do not have to pass the ball. They can literally just go 6 down, 6 yards, 6 yards first down. 6 yards, 6 yards first. And that's exactly what literally happened throughout the whole game. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win the game like that on the defensive side of the ball. Like, I don't know. Ben Johnson, shout out to you, bro. You sprinkled in. You had a little nice game plan. Jet sweep here. You know what I'm saying? Fake roll-up bootlegs to Caleb Williams to ice the game in the 4th. Really good job. Really good job by Ben Johnson. Nick Sirianni, what the hell? I don't want to blame this on Kevin Patullo because I did see what he was trying to do, but it's just you guys are not getting any push on the offensive line, and Saquon is just not the same guy. Because there was a couple plays where it's like last year he would have made a man miss, boom, 6 yard, 7 yard carry. Not happening this year at all. So that's my second takeaway. My third takeaway is this is probably going to be another 2023 season for the Eagles, where they start off like as one of the best teams in the league, and then throughout the course of the end of the season start to fall off and then like be a first round exit. Because like I've been saying, the only team that could beat the Eagles for real is the Eagles, and they just it does not make sense to me. You have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goedert, a decent offensive line, Saquon in the backfield, and your offense is dog shit. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make. It's like it goes everything against everything we know. Like, what team has that much firepower and cannot perform on the offense side of you would think the offense carries, but it's really the defense that has been carrying them. And in this game, they've been getting ran down their throat. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the Bears, it seems like the Bears are probably the biggest counter to what the Eagles like to do on offense and defense, because the Eagles don't like to turn the ball over. The Bears have the most turnovers in the league. The Eagles like to run the ball, but the Bears really run the ball. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles have a good front four to pass the rusher. They don't pass a lot. They shouldn't pass a lot, even though Caleb Williams attempted 36 passes. You know what I'm saying? Only completed 17 for real. He was not a threat in the passing game at all. They run the ball right at that front four. You know what I'm saying? So just, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, the Bears, they pose a threat to the Eagles, but it's just like it just blows my mind, because it should not be that hard for them to get yards on offense, right? Saquon can't be having 13 carries for 56 yards. That just cannot happen. All right, that cannot happen. I think Chris Broussard, or I think they called it a supernatural front, where it seemed like the Eagles just were all out of sorts on the offensive side of the ball, and that's the same exact thing that's going on in this game. You can't tell me that you think they're a better team than the Rams. Are they better than the Seahawks? Who else? Are they better than the Packers? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know they did beat them, but it's just, guys, when I'm looking at this game, I'm not watching a freaking NFC heavyweight, NFL heavyweight that can't be beat, can't be touched. I'm watching a team that's like, bro. They were getting booed from the first whistle to the last whistle. Literally, they were getting booed throughout the whole game. Eagles fans are obviously like a different type of fan, but at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you're at home and you're getting booed that consistently. Also, we gotta have a talk about Jalen Hurts. All right, Jalen Hurts. People want to have a conversation. Is he top 5? Is he top 10? The thing about Jalen Hurts is this. You know what you're getting out of him, all right? You're getting a very conservative quarterback that can do what is asked of him unless it's way too much, all right? Can he win you a game here and there? Yes, for sure, without a doubt. Jalen Hurts can win you a couple games. But is he going to win you a whole season? No, that's not the type of player he is. They know that, too. That's why they're supposed to have a great running game. Because they're supposed to be a run-first team, and then now we got the pass with the outside options of Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley, or and AJ Brown. But when you can't get that run game going, that's not gonna. Jalen Hurts is not gonna be able to win you games like week in and week out. They had that one good drive at the end of the game, which in my opinion, also bad coaching, got to kick the extra point there. But that's a different story. Like, he can make a couple throws here and there, but to be the guy that's like, guy, we need you to throw for like 35 plus passes. You can see the biggest issue is now that game was for the second seed. That's what people don't understand. So now what I like to do is I like to look at the NFC playoff picture now. So if you guys look here, so now it's the Rams are at the 1 seed, the Bears go up to the 2 seed, the Eagles are at the 3 seed, the Seahawks at the 5, the Bucks at the 4, the Packers and the Niners to finish it out. So now what we got to do is we got to look at the schedule. So let's look at the schedule. They play the Chargers, which is no cakewalk, on Monday night. They play the Raiders. Okay, so they're pretty much their last contending teams are the Chargers and the Bills. All right, because then they play the Raiders, Commanders, and Commanders. All right, so obviously they're still gonna make the playoffs because of that trash schedule. But at the end of the day, like, I just don't know what I'm getting out of the Eagles, man. I have no idea. Like, this is ridiculous. The only reason why they get so much coverage and why I'm so like, what the hell, and everyone is because, like, bro, the Eagles offense is just not operating. Like, look at the Cowboys offense, all right, in their own division. Like, you know, you're getting firepower, rightfully so, from the Cowboys offense because they have George Pickens, they have Jake Ferguson, they have Javonte Williams, they have CeeDee Lamb. Obviously, you know you're getting an offensive explosion, and they do that week in and week out. Their defense, on the other hand, is a different story. The Eagles, they have all pros across the whole team. Defense, special teams, offense, they have. It should not be that hard for them to win games, to get yards. It seems like it's hard for them to get 5 yards. That's the issue. That's the issue I have with the Eagles right now. Honestly, that game told me a lot about the Bears too. Like, being able to run the football like that, especially when it gets cold, inclement weather, that offensive line push they had, they manhandled that line of scrimmage. Doing that, you can win a lot of games just off that. Because you're on the field, you're keeping the other team's quarterback off the field. That's just football 101. If you can do that shit, smash mouth football. No adjustments at all made from Sirianni. I don't like that at all. If you're an Eagles fan right now, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, that's literally what my reaction would be. If you're a Bears fan, I'm geeked as hell. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do feel a little skeptical. Like, okay, Caleb Williams, what? But we won the game. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. We won the game. But I don't know if other teams are gonna let that slide, right? I don't know if in the NFC, let's look at the NFC. Like if they get a playoff matchup against, let's say they get a playoff matchup against the Seahawks. Y'all think that's gonna slide? Okay, let's look at the Bears schedule. Okay, they have the Packers. Oh my God, the Browns. It's a good defense. That's probably not gonna slide. That running shit is probably not gonna slide against the Bears or against the Browns. They have the Packers again. The 49ers. Okay, their last schedule is brutal. I think it's the second hardest schedule outside the Colts. So yeah, that's a brutal schedule. I expect them to still be in the playoffs. You have 9 games. You have guaranteed a winning season. But looking at the playoff picture now, Packers could leapfrog them in the division. The Lions, they're gonna need to win that game. The Lions, I don't know about them because they play the Cowboys too, which is crazy. So they probably still make the playoffs. But like, I don't know if I'm gonna take them over to the Seahawks. Obviously, the Packers, they are for real though. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. But if you have to ask me right now, I think like I would have to see them play in the playoffs. That's just pretty much it. Because it could go any direction. If they can run the ball like that, they can win anybody. But if that run gets stopped, it's a different story, okay? They're pretty much like a run-first dominant team. So if you stop that run, like they play the Chiefs with Spags, right? He's going to be like, okay, y'all are not running the ball. So if that happens, I don't know how the game's going to go. Caleb Williams can win the game in the fourth quarter. We've seen that time and time again this year. But it'll be interesting to see how the season plays out. But anyways, yo, that is my reaction to that Black Friday trash game that I just watched. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Yo, let me know what you think down in the comments below, all right? Hit that subscribe for you.